We've been talking a few moments today about some Week 16 games of note. Obviously, Pittsburgh and Kansas City is one. Then you got the Patriots hosting the Bills. A division game, baby.
Huge, man. Huge.
A division game where the Patriots could sweep the Bills and basically take the division and send the Bills into an 8-7 record, in danger of slipping into the sniffing it category. Now, we all know the reason why the Patriots, one of the features, main feature of the Patriots win in Western New York on that Monday night was because it was that crazy weather game where the wind was howling and the Patriots only had to throw it 3 times. And they ran it right down the Bills' gut for the tune of 222 yards. So let's see what about this week's game. And the most important aspect about it is, could you imagine if it was the same weather game again?
Or even worse.
Or even worse, right?
It's snowing or something.
So, hey, Google, what's the weather for Foxborough, Massachusetts on Sunday?
It'll be partly cloudy with a high of 40 and a low of 24.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That sounds normal.
Okay,
that sounds like a normal December Sunday
Totally.
in New England.
Football weather.
There you go.
All right.
Obviously, all Irv and all the South Floridians would say that that's not football weather. We were all taught. He was so upset that people were referring to that Monday night football game as that's football weather.
No, I agree.
And then we discussed it. We had a whole conversation
we
here
had a
that
whole
that's why
discussion.
that's why the biggest game is played in a spot where the weather is
Not a factor.
usually not a factor.
Yeah.
In a dome or in a warm weather site.
Yeah, of course. I totally agree with Irv there.
But okay, so this
we're
week,
good.
you know what the Patriots can do this week?
Throw it a little bit.
They go to the drawer. I'm assuming Bill's a right-handed man, so we'll go to the right-handed drawer, pull it out, see that passing game plan from that Monday night.
Right.
Take it out and use it this time, because they didn't show a single damn thing to the Bills on that front.
0.
What?
True.
They threw it a ton against Indy. So.
Here's what I need to go to NFL research to look this up. What's the biggest disparity in terms of pass attempts by a team that sweeps a division opponent?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, what if because we just heard the weather,
Right.
Mac Jones throws it 45 times this time around? And they beat the Bills throwing it 3 times and beat it thrown 45 times.
That would be the record.
Right?
yeah, for sure.
Crazy. Back here on our terrestrial radio outfits, where we were talking about the fact that the weather for Foxborough on Sunday is just your normal 40-degree low of 24,
day,
no
right?
precip, no crazy winds, unlike the previous Bills-Patriots game. And what would be like, has anybody ever swept a team by throwing it 3 times and then throwing it over 40 times? Like, what is the biggest disparity in terms of passing attempts by a team that sweeps the other? Obviously, Bills fans are like, we're not getting swept. And they got to have it. They got to have this one.
Yeah, I mean.
They have to have this one. Big time, they have to have this one. Because if they win out, they win the division. If they lose this game, the division is essentially gone. I'm wondering, like right now, I'm trying to figure this out. We haven't gotten the playoff clinching scenarios yet from the NFL. Just in my head, if the Patriots sweep this and they got 2 to go and they're up 2 on the Bills,
This
and
would
clinch it.
Clinch a berth, yeah. At the very least, a wild card.
No, at the very least, the division.
Oh, you think this would clinch a division?
They're currently a game up on the Bills, yes?
So they'd be, they're a game up on the Bills.
They'd be 2 up on the Bills with 2 to play and the tiebreak. Over. Patriots win, they clinch the division.
I would
How
say
am I wrong
you're
on that front?
Probably right.
And you could say I'm definitely right.
The Patriots are also 7-2 in conference.
Oh, well, I mean, but the tiebreak is head-to-head and in division. They'd be 2 up on the Bills with 2 to play.
Yeah,
now,
and
I
they'd be
guess
4-1 in the
the
division.
reason why it wouldn't be is because the Dolphins could catch them, because don't forget, way back in week 1, thanks to that crazy-ass Damian Harris fumble, the Dolphins beat the Patriots. So if the Dolphins stay 2 back and New England loses their Week 17 game, who does New England play Week 17?
Well, if the Pats beat the Bills, the Pats would have to lose the last 2 games and the Dolphins win out.
Right, and the Dolphins have that Saints game on Monday night.
The Dolphins would win the division.
And then the Patriots would face Jacksonville. See ya. Okay.
Yeah.
Win this game, they don't officially clinch the division, but they essentially clinch the division.
More or
Right.
less.
Because one thing New England's not doing, even if they lose to the Bills and lose 2 in a row, is lose a third straight game by losing to the Jaguars at home. That ain't happening.
I would think not.
Not on this planet. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.